through this all the time, I'm sure, but I'll run you through it anyway. So, doing a little profile. So, I guess going back to the beginning, how did you end up specifically with Arizona? Why were they the one that saw something in you, and what did that do for you that nobody else did?
It's kind of funny. I was actually at Boise State the day before I committed to Arizona camp, and yeah, I just kind of went up to the camp, and they said they were going to keep evaluating and stuff, and never really. The next day I was at Arizona and committed, so that was kind of it.
So that was summer before your senior
year? Yeah, summer going into my senior year.
Was that the only time you gone to their camp?
No, I went to the camp going into my junior year.
So twice?
Yeah.
Okay. Was that a school you were interested in, or what was the reason you went up there to 2 camps?
Because one of my family friends, he was actually one of my family friends. He's related to one of the big time boosters at Boise State.
Okay.
So yeah, we just kind of went up there and just had fun. It wasn't really more of a just going up there, hanging out with friends and having fun playing ball.
Disappointed when they didn't recruit you?
I mean, we always kept contact, but it was nothing really too serious, I want to say.
Were you linebacker in high school?
Yeah, I played pretty much everything in high school.
Was everybody looking at you as a linebacker at this level, or different?
Yeah, people were looking at me as a linebacker.
And I think the stories I've read said you sent film to schools all over the place?
Yeah, I mean, I sent countless film out and stuff and never really heard anything back.
Arizona was the one that you heard from? The only one you heard from out of all that?
Yeah, I mean, it was early in my junior year because I was committed by like June 21st. So.
What did they tell you? Why were they the ones that believed in you?
Because there's just no gray area. I mean, they saw what they liked and came down to school and committed. I never really looked back too much. I mean, couldn't ask for much. I mean,
I think I've seen some reference somewhere that Boise State made an offer later. Is that they come?
No, they never made an offer later.
Was that really your only offer, or did you have other offers later?
That was my only offer.
That was it. Yeah. What has that done for you? How much has that pushed you?
I mean, yeah, it's definitely fueled me because people never said I was good enough, or people just never thought I was good enough to play in them. I think this one scout said that I was. He told me I should look at schools outside the Pac-12, and that was a Pac-12 coach who told me that. So I always keep that in the back of my mind.
Cal told you to look at Sac State or something?
Yeah. That was a school.
I mean, obviously you've had all this success now. Is it still back there? Still back there chirping at you a little bit?
Yeah, it definitely is. I'll probably be chirping at me until the day I stop playing ball.
Why is that? Why does that not go away?
Because I'm not the type of person someone usually tells me I'm not good enough and stuff like that, or I can't do something, it'll probably just motivate me that much more.
Had that happened to you previously, or was this your first experience dealing with people saying you couldn't do something?
I mean, in high school, a couple people said that going into my sophomore year, kind of junior year, but I just never really paid too much attention to it.
When did you start playing football?
When I was 6 years old.
Okay. Played all over the field, or you had kind of position specialized at? Or?
I played fullback actually. I think I was like because when you're younger you can only play one way. So, or at least in my league, so I was like, I think it's 6, 7, 8. I think I started playing linebacker, running back when I was like 9, 10 years old.
What is it about this game that gives you that passion for it?
I mean, I just love playing the game of football. I mean, that's another way to really put it.
You know, growing up, always the dream to play college football? Or
yeah, I mean, that was always nothing really else I wanted to do was just go out there and just play ball.
Frustrating to go through that recruiting process and not have it go the way you think it should go?
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely stressful. I mean, I went to all those combines and stuff. I mean, I think people always questioned my athleticism and stuff. And I went to that Spark combine and had one of the highest scores in the country for a linebacker. And then I went to I forget what it's called, the Nike training camp. It's like 7-on-7 day, and nobody really knew who I was, and just kind of went out there and did pretty well.
So what is it that made people think that you weren't good enough to play? Or
I still don't know to this day, to be honest. Never really heard back.
How many schools camps did you go to?
I went to San Diego State, went to Cal.
Boise.
Yeah, I went to Boise. Nah.
Arizona?
That's weird. That's one camp I can go to.
You never went to the camp? Is there, something that's changed over the last 2-3 years? Have you gotten more athletic, stronger, bigger, any of that stuff? Are you kind of the same player you were 2 years ago? Or?
Yeah, I would say. I mean, I got put on a little more weight, but that's just what college weight room does to you. But yeah, nothing really is. Yeah.
And so in your job, basically, you're middle linebacker most of the time, defensive end in pass situations, or how does that break down?
Yeah, that's pretty much exactly how you said it.
How did that develop into being more than just a linebacker?
I mean, we kind of messed with it a little bit last year, but we didn't really. I think the only time we really messed with it was Washington State because they're so pass heavy. But yeah.
Did you blitz a lot as a middle linebacker, and they saw you could rush the passer, or how'd they come up with the idea you could rush the passer like this?
Because last year I played outside linebacker.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah, so they kind of blitzed a little more heavily. Like.
And this year you're true middle linebacker.
Yeah.
What's effective for you as a pass rusher? Why are you able to get the quarterbacks as much as you are?
I think the biggest thing with the pass rusher is just playing good effort. I mean, if you play with good effort and never really stop your motor, good things will happen.
This year, obviously, been crazy good and all kinds of awards. And could you have dreamed it was going to go quite like this?
I knew how good I wanted to be. I definitely had goals and stuff, but never really think too much of it. I mean, I can't do it without the 10 other guys on the field.
You mentioned the motor. The other guys talked about us. First thing you mentioned is your motor. Where's that come from? Where's that never stop?
I think it all goes back to playing football with passion. I mean, if you play football with passion, you'll be pretty good.
You got a favorite role out there? Something you like to do the most?
Probably just rushing the passer. I mean, especially coming off the edge on the weak side. I mean, just one versus one, pretty much. It's just
How have you seen people adjust to you as you built up the stats? I mean, they sending more guys your way to try to slow you down.
Yeah, in the ASU game, I was kind of getting double teamed off the edge a little bit.
Kind of a different defensive scheme. Does this defense suit you? I mean, be able to be used in different ways?
Then yeah, I think it does. I mean, you have to be able to move around and do a lot of different things. You have to be able to drop coverage, be able to rush passer, be able to stop a run. I mean, I think that's probably I don't know what I say. I mean, you can do a lot of stuff with it.
I was asking Boise State center, is he going to match up with you? He's like, no, probably not, because they've got a guy on the center all the time. So how important is that nose tackle to allowing you to do what you do?
He's my personal bodyguard, if you ask me. Yeah, he frees all our D linemen, especially because we run a lot of different things kind of up front. But I'm freed up a lot of the time because of those guys.
What's been the most enjoyable thing you've done to pass the ball this week?
Couldn't really say so far right now because my flight was delayed getting here and that was stressful. I had to sprint onto the practice field. But I don't know, the players' lounge is pretty cool. I mean, the food was really good in there and just kind of hung out and chilled out for a little bit.
When did you get in?
My flight was at I think I got back to my hotel at like 3 o'clock, and we were already on the practice field by 3:30. So,
looking at Boise State on film, what stands out to you about that matchup you're going to have with their offense?
I think they play really hard. I mean, I think that's one thing that stood out to me the most was they play with a certain type of toughness and stuff, which will be fun to play.
Normally Boise State plays in a game like this, they're kind of portrayed as the team with the chip on the shoulder, and the other team's the big bully or whatever. You guys are kind of rising program as well, so it's kind of two teams with that chip a little bit, something to prove in this game.
I mean, I think we're two teams that play exceptionally hard, and I think it should be fun to watch.
You got to make the awards circuit. Was it fun? Was it tiring? What was that stretch like?
I think I hit 3 states in 4 days, so I think I hit every time zone. So that was a little stressful, or not stressful, just tiring. What was that?
How much grief did you get when you got home?
I mean, especially from my teammates, start calling me Hollywood and stuff like that. But
calling you what?
Hollywood, but it was out of fun. So.
What do you do with all those trophies?
They're being shipped home.
To your home or to the school or?
I think the school gets one, then the school gets a replica, then I get the real one.
Okay. Parents building a bookshelf? Or?
Yeah, something like that. My dad's the contract. His dad's into construction, so it shouldn't be a problem.
What was it like going, being back home and after everything that's happened and all this attention you've gotten? What was it like being back home?
I mean, I didn't necessarily just stayed at home and didn't really go out too much. I was just hanging out, enjoying my time with my family. But yeah.
When I get a ton, but so your actual name is Philip, right?
Yeah.
I assume you like the name, or you'd have changed it by now. But
It was just
what makes Scooby stick? Why'd you stick with it?
It's all I knew. I mean, I didn't.
Thank you.
I just never knew anything different, to be honest. I mean, it was just kind of the way it was.
I mean, obviously it makes, it's a very recognizable thing. Do you like that? People sort of a quick association kind of thing?
I don't know. It's kind of weird. I never really think anything of it. I mean, it's just my name's Scooby. I don't know. It's really else to explain that.
Watch the show as a kid?
Yeah, I did, but not as religiously as you think.
I know a lot of guys. It's hard when you get all the attention gets on you. How have you dealt with the idea, dealing with everybody wanting to put the attention on you?
Just staying humble and just always thinking about how you did it and stuff like that, and why you play the game, and never really lose sight of that. I mean, I can't do any of these things without my teammates and stuff, and it all just goes back to just playing the game of football, and just because we're fun. It's fun, and we're passionate about it.
How do you, it seems like the guys are very happy for you, and usually they are, but how do you make sure they know that you appreciate, their role in the whole thing, I guess?
I don't think I really need to even tell them. I think they know. I mean, I'm not the type of guy to be boastful and stuff. I mean, I don't think it needs to be spoken about.
What's next for you next year? How do you get better? What's the next step for your game?
January 14th when we start weight training. Put it that way.
Get a whole 13 days.
Yeah, exactly.